First of all, I wanted to know what initially drew you to the project and the characters that you portray.
The script mostly, and the people who were involved with it. When you read the script, it's a page turner. You want to know what happens next, and there's all these different characters with their own struggles and their own objectives. So the first thing was the script, and then you see it's Stephen Knight, Stephen Graham, Hannah Walters. The list was ridiculous. So I was like, oh, I want to be involved in this. So that's what initially drew me to it.
Yeah, I loved the character I was playing. It kind of just, as echo what James said, he just leapt off the screen, and there was lots of opportunity to, improvise with it, with the crowd, and have as much fun with it as I possibly could. I really adored playing him. Yeah, it was unforgettable experience.
Yeah, I thought it was brave. I thought I was excited about playing a character with such integrity and such like unapologetic love for life, and that's what drew me to it, definitely.
Yeah, for me, it was the script. It was the character. I often get cast in roles where I'm a bit more, for lack of a better description, edgy, and so to play a man who's a bit more sort of reserved, meek, and going through a lot of pain, but had a sense of humor, that really attracted me to the role. And I really appreciated reading a script where there wasn't like poor grammar. You know what I mean? Like oftentimes I'll read a script and it's like, oh, he's an immigrant. All right, let's purposely write the bad grammar into it. And I was just thankful that wasn't the case.
Mr. Lau does develop quite an edge, though, as the series
yes, he does.
Carrot dangle.
Did you know anything about the real story that inspires the series before filming?
I didn't know.
I think we were all oblivious to it, weren't we? It was that was the thing. It's a great opportunity to shine a light on this, working class history that we know nothing about. So
the 40 elephants?
Yeah, I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah, that was cool.
I actually knew about the 40 elephants.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm from Southeast, so I'm close to Elephant Castle, so the history around them, I didn't know specifically who they were, but I knew about the Gang of Elephants and what they did, but again, the stories the experiences that they show of these women and their strength, I think it's incredible.
So in London, the 40 elephants are heard of?
I mean, in Elephant Castle.
Elephant Castle.
Yeah, so that's like a...
How have they ended up in East London then?
I mean,
anyway, we won't go into that.
They went everywhere.
Yeah, they went everywhere. They did, yeah.
But, they were based in...
They're a very mobile gang.
I mean, they get about.
Those 40 elephants, God.
A Thousand Blows explores some timeless themes such as racism or complicated family relationships and the role of women in society. Do you think viewers will be able to identify with the plot and the characters?
I think when audiences watch it, they'll go, oh, I'd love to be a 40 elephant. Oh, I'd love to have a drink in the Blue Coat Boy. I think it's got a real life and an energy to the piece where, as an audience member, you're rooting for every character, really.
Mm. Yeah, you are.
And that's the beauty of Stephen's writing. There's no baddie in it. You empathise with every character and their wants and their needs throughout the piece.
Yeah. Even Stephen Graham's character, Sugar Goodson, on the surface of things, he's a beast of a man. You wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of him, that's for sure. And yet, somehow Stephen manages to encapsulate this amazing sort of heart to the character as well. So in a weird sort of way, you're kind of rooting for him as well, because he's in this kind of unrequited love triangle situation.
You want Mary to fall in love with him.
You do.
I mean, Alec doesn't.
No.
You know what I mean? But I hear it. I think, yeah, it's such a complex.
The proposal scene is just, I found that heartbreaking.
Maybe they should just be a throuple.
I mean, yeah, like...
That's season 3.
Yeah. Regarding your question, I think sometimes I question whether, of course, we're trying to make things relatable, and like we want audiences to identify with the stories that we're telling, but it's also it's important to not lead from that place and to lead from the truth, because with truth there's synergy, and there's like with honesty, like of course you will identify with honesty even if you don't agree with it. You know what I mean? And I think we need to like be braver with our storytelling. This is why I was so pulled to this story. I thought it was brave, and it wasn't trying to necessarily be accessible or like, you know what I mean, relatable. It's just what it is, unapologetically. You know what I mean? And it's important to tell stories from that place because it's truth.
It's a testament to how good the writing is that all of the characters are completely three-dimensional and believable. You know, it's sort of, there's lots of different shades and colours going on with all of them, which is what you want to have as an actor.
Yeah, we want to challenge audiences to think and make them research about the 40 elephants. Yeah, you know, like become curious about life again, as opposed to thinking, yeah, this is what is presented to me. I must understand it right away. It's like, it's okay if you don't know, just find out.
What was your level of knowledge about boxing before filming, and how did that influence your preparation for the role?
I mean, we're all professional boxers, I'm joking.
It made me renew my gym membership. Well, you'd done some boxing though, hadn't you?
Yeah, a little bit. I grew up, around a boxing game, and I've got a couple of friends who are professional boxers. But I still didn't know the history and the story of Lonsdale, and I knew Lonsdale and the Queensberry rules, but I didn't quite know, you know, to the extent of what it was. And I think to watch it as an audience and then see it's gone from bare knuckle in pubs to then all of a sudden to, you know, halls and shows and people in three-piece suits and top hats, and the big shift that would have been, it's really cool for me, because I love boxing, to then see that explode on screen and someone as brilliant as Stephen Knight to write about it. It's a gift.
It reminded me also about the evolution of just sport in general. Like, I remember when, like, you know, Complete Detached, like, VAR was coming in.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is it evolving in that way? You know what I mean? But it also showed you, the story shows you that there must have been so much conflict between starting like doing boxing, but underneath chandeliers and like, you know, in three-piece suits, and the resistance against that. It's like, it's so current. You get what I'm saying? It's like, there's gonna be change. And
my last question is, if you could play another character of the series, which one will you choose?
Punch Lewis.
Really?
Yeah.
I can play another character.
I'd like to give my Mr. Lau. I'd like to, you know. I would be Mary Carr.
Mary Carr.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would be Mary Carr, I'm not gonna lie.
I can see you doing it. James, who would you play?
I'd be Punch.
I've got it.
Yeah, see? You know what? You just look like you're having too much fun.
I've done such a good part.
Well, that's all. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.